Jason and we're here in southwest London on Wimbledon Common to shoot Benedict Cumberbatch for Vanity Fair. We've got a variety of lighting. We always tend to sort of mix it up. I've got 3 pro photo heads hidden in the background. They'll basically beat the daylight, so the end result is going to look like night. You know, we plan a lot of it and set it up, but always when the person's in camera and I start shooting is when I really decide, okay, that needs to move, or that comes up a bit, or that goes down a bit. We've got to work out where to put the generator to run the smoke machines, unless you've got enough cable that it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. All right, I'm going to go and have a look at the lake. I'll be back. Got what you need? Know what you're doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Backlit, let's fill a bit here with flash.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I need here?
Yeah, how close in are you going to be?
I think we should be quite close.
Okay.
So really, I think it's like that, and then all you're going to see is you know, water behind.
That's fine, that's fine.
Let's meet the dogs.
Just going to do their makeup.
That's good. We've got hairstylists and everything. I'm Jason, I'm the photographer. It's always the run-up to the shoot that's the most difficult bit. The sort of planning is fine, and having the idea and setting it all up. But the worst moment I always find is the kind of, it's almost like the hour before, waiting for the, you know, the person you're photographing to turn up, and you're worrying about, is it going to start raining, or are the dogs going to run off? Okay, well, they're the real deal. How good are they at standing still?
I couldn't handle 2. You couldn't? No.
I couldn't hold 2 for any length. Well,
I could,
it depends.
as long as the moment.
Okay, I knew an unexpected problem. Great. But nothing ever goes wrong. It's always great. It turns out great every time. And I think in a way, that kind of slight anxiety beforehand is good for you, because you know, you focus. All right. Okay, give me a stop more on all the lights. At this stage, you know, I end up trying loads and loads of different things, and I get to a point where I've got too many choices. Now let's try with less daylight. It's easier to feel when he's here, you know, and then he's there, and then you're clearer about what it is you're trying to say. I find sometimes that the sort of playing with the lights beforehand on their own is quite a cold exercise, where you haven't got the narrative of the picture to really say, oh, okay, now I know it should be like that. So, you know, now I'm kind of aware of what's possible. Okay, so there's a spot. I'll show you the test shots. It's quite out there. It's fun.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
So that's from the
Go
front.
back one.
That's where we're at now.
That's great.
That's good.
It's great.
I want you.
I
want to undo this. Fucking up a bit. Well, start as you are.
Should we start? Yeah. The problem is, every time I start as I am, then that's it for Grayson. But then if he, I think this is more antithetical. I imagine this is quite nice to have sort of high fashion in something very organic and wild. Good. I think it'd be quite nice to keep it reasonably.
Keep it smart.
Yeah, I think so, because of the context.
The trick is it's a collaboration. It's all the guys doing the lights and the smoke. I'm not doing it on my own. You know, I'm the captain of the ship. Well, we've got him something to do, haven't we? Keep him busy. The hounds are good. Control them. Here we go. Here comes the smoke. Awesome. That's great. That's great. Okay, let me see your other hand. Every shoot varies. This is a bit bigger because we've got animals here, so there's an animal handler and the animal handler's agent. And then we've got hairstylist, clothes stylist, stylist assistant. I've got 3, 4 assistants with me. It's daytime and I want it to look like night, so we've got to cheat that with flash and mist. All those things require people to look after them. The smoke is perfect now, so that's how I want you to try and keep it. It's better with flash, isn't it? Oh man, that's great! Look at that. I like to have a sort of narrative in my head, which you don't necessarily get when you look at the picture, but it sort of informs the mood of the picture. Okay, here we go. 1, that's perfect. Kieran, down, 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 good. So on this occasion, I'm sort of imagining he's been at a ball and he's probably drunk and he's going home with his dog. And we've got to get that kind of look where he looks handsomely dishevelled rather than just looking incredibly rough. That's like a story in my head for the picture. It helps me decide where lights should be and how they should be, and even how I print. And I think it helps him to just think about something rather than just, ooh, I'm having my photograph taken. We got it, haven't we? We're good. Relax, everyone. I think you should change outfits. That feels like what I was imagining beforehand. What I like is he looks very in control. And we've got a perfect eye line from the dog. I mean, that's hilarious. Look at that. Look at this fella. You're being upstaged.
No, that's great.
I don't want it to look too real. It's not meant to be naturalistic. It is very stylized. You can tell a lot's been done to it. There it is. That's how I want him to look. this is always a lovely part in the shoot where you feel like, okay, job done, and now you can just sort of have some fun and play with it. We're going to just do it again in a different outfit, something less formal. I'll start you off in the same zone because that's where we're lit, and then we'll start to move. I'll mess around a bit. I'll sort of walk around a lot more, and we'll let him do a bit more and just see what else happens. Keep the smoke coming, boys. So we've got much more ambient and sun coming through now. So I want this just daylight. Kill the flash a second. Go, go, come up a fraction, good. Now it looks like a winter morning, doesn't it? All right. Stop. I know I can see a light in the background, but let's not worry and retouch it out. Let's just try that with flash now. Keep the smoke coming. No, other way. That's right, yeah, it's more comfortable. Good. Now, let's go there. That looks amazing. Right, he's art directing the shoot now, I love it. That's good. My favourite thing about working for Vanity Fair is the creative freedom. They're fantastic at saying, you know, what do you want to do? Okay, do it. It's very rare that they'd say, we need it exactly like this. They'd come to me and say, how do you want to do it? That's obviously an exciting thing as a photographer, to be allowed to do what you want. Okay, go. You got to, boys, you got to get the smoke's got to go over here. Good. Straighten the hand. Yeah, good. Good. In there. Nice shape. Yeah, go on. Back and look at me. That's nice. Very nice. Hold that, hold that. Good. Relax the hand, it's fine. Good.
Cool. The fear on my face is all you're going to capture, I think.
Blur.
Yeah,
Fear and blur. It's what we live for. Yeah.
Not a very attractive vampire. Having a bad landing.
Thank you. That's great stuff. Great stuff. That was great actually, because he, you know, got very involved, and there were things he wanted to do and things we were trying, which I always really like. And now we're going to the second location down by the lake. We're at the second location, and Benedict's idea is he's going to jump in, but the water is so murky, I don't even know how deep it is. So we're going to just test that first, and who knows what he's jumping into, but we'll see. That's not deep enough, but okay, well, that's quite deep. So we'll see what could possibly go wrong. So what are we on? 80 mil, all right. And what? Well, look, it comes down by the water's edge. I suspect we're going to end up just using ambient and having him quite backlit. So we'll see. We're going to test that now, and maybe just a reflector at the front. Are you regretting your rash offer? So look, let me show you. It's shallow here, okay? Yeah. But it's that deep there.
Okay. You want to know how cold it is?
No,
it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Really, it's not too bad.
The notion you're trying to get across for this is you're giving up your clothes for good. Because what they're doing is they're driving people to give their clothes to the store. So it's something to do with discarding clothes, taking your tie off, throwing away, undoing your thing. I mean, the clothes joke is there anyway because you're fully wet, so we don't need to be overly literal. But there's something where you're just starting to unbutton the shirt as if you're going to throw it off.
Does that work? Does that work?
Yes,
it does.
It works. Let's just do a few here where you're taking the tie off and unbuttoning the shirt.
That'd be
as if you're
nice
like,
anyway, wouldn't it?
I'm going to go swimming now, and so I'm getting rid of my clothes,
nice.
yeah? So we do discarding the jacket, taking off the tie, unbuttoning the shirt. Okay, off we go. Look back at me. Drop it. Good. Good. Look back at me now. Good. Less. So I just want a bit, yeah. He's cutting me down in my prime. Ambient's changed again. Okay, that's really nice, really nice. Jesus. That's what I want to see. There. That's fabulous. This is a much nicer picture. Much nicer picture. You are thinking, what's going on? What is it? Oh. You cold?
I am now.
That was beyond the Call of Duty. That was very, very good.
Collaboration is really important. It's not just the photographer, it's a big team effort to shoot. You know, you have the designer, the stylist and groomer, and it's about all of that coming together. And then, you know, once you've all tried to sort of get the ingredients right, you then just let go and have fun with it. Look, flares of water, I've never seen that before. You get that buzz from it if you feel that you've had a little bit of creative input and done something different in your day and not just done a routine shoot, and that's really the thing. I think it's just freshness, being fresh in every aspect of it. I'm going to be excited to see how this one turns out in the final wash.
You look like you're levitating. It's really weird. It's nice when people make an effort to sort of enjoy being photographed rather than, you know, it being a chore. You know, so, okay. Thanks again. Yeah. Well, we'll be in a quiet, warm studio, and we'll just like wear something. It'll be so easy. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for going the extra mile. No, it's been a really fun day, and you know, I got what I wanted, and now I can start worrying about tomorrow's shoot.